Oh, hello there. I'm Bilchan.
I'm Nimikung.
I'm Banchan.
In this class, I'll read to all of you. Chap. 5 sec. One of the Iliad of Homer.
As.
Ah.
The Iliad of Homer. Theodore Buckley. Chap. 5 sec. 1. Book V. Argument. The acts of Diomed. Diant. Assisted by Pallas. Performs wonders in this day's battle. Pandora wins him with an arrow, but the goddess cures him, enables him to discern gods from mortals, and prohibits him from contending with any of the former, excepting Venus. Ones joins Pandora to oppose him, and Alois is killed, and one is in great danger but for the assistance of Venus, who, as she is removing her son from the fight, is wounded on the hand by Diomed. Apollo seconds her in his rescue, and at length carries off Ones to Troy, where he is healed in the temple of Pergamus. Mars rallies the Trojans, and assists Hector to make a stand. In the meantime, Ones is restored to the field, and they overthrow several of the Greeks. Among the rest, Lapomus is slain by Sarpedon. Juno and Minerva descend to resist Mars. The latter incites Diomed to go against that god. He wins him, and sends him groaning to heaven. The first battle continues through this book. The scene is the same as in the former, but Pallas, now tied-eyed as soul inspires, fills with her force, and warms with all her fires. Above the Greeks his teeth is fain to raise, and crown her hero with distinguished praise. Higher on his helm celestial lightnings play, his beamy shield emits a living ray. The unwary blaze incessant stream supplies, like the red star that fires the autumnal skies, when fresh he rears his radiant orb to sight, and then, bathed in ocean, shoots a keener light. Such glory is Pallas on the chief bestowed. Washo, from his arms, the fierce effulgence flout. Onward she drives him, furious to engage, where the fight burns, and where the thickest rage. The sons of Dirce first the combat sought. A wealthy priest, Borfridge without a fault. In Vulcan's vein the father's days were led, the sons to toils of glorious battle bred. These singled from their troops the fight maintain. These, from their steeds, tie-dyed as on the plain. Fierce for renown the brother chiefs draw near, and first bold Fijius cast his sounding spear, which o'er the warrior's shoulder took its course, and spent in empty air its erring force. Not so. Tie-dyed is, slew thy lance in vain, but pierced his breast, and stretched him on the plain. Seized with unusual fear, it is fled, left the rich chariot, and his brother dead, and had not Vulcan led celestial aid. He too had sent to death's eternal shade, preserved the son, in pity to the sire, the steeds and chariot, to the navy led, increased the spoils of gallant Diomed, struck with amaze and shame, the Trojan crew, or slain, or fled. the sons of View, the god of battles, and this speech address, stern power of war, by him the mighty fall, who bathed in blood, and shook the lofty wall. Let the brave chiefs their glorious tales divide, and whose the conquest, mighty Jove decide, while we from interdicted fields retire. Her words allay the impetuous warrior's heat, the god of arms in martial made retreat. We'll move from fight. They sat, and listened to the dying sounds. Meantime, the Greeks the Trojan race pursue, and some bold chieftain of Iliad slew. First Alois falls, and bites the bloody sand, his death ennobled by a tried hand. I see to fly his willing car address, the speedy javelin drove from back to breast, into the mighty Alois lay. His arms resound, the spirit wings its way. Thy fate was next. Offstas, the great Idomene's portended steel, from fruitful dawn to the fields of Troy. The Cretan javelin reached him from afar, and pierced his shoulder as he mounts his car. Back from the car he tumbles to the ground, and everlasting shades his eyes surround. Then died Scamandrius, expert in the chase, in woods and wilds to win the savage race. Diana taught him all her sylvan arts, to bend the bow, and Dame Mannering darts. But vainly here Diana's arts he tries, the fatal lance harass him as he flies, from Menelaus from the weapon sent, through his broad back and heaving bosom went. Down sinks the warrior with a thundering sound, his brazen armour rings against the ground. Like sorrowful Farclus in turn they fell. Bold Miriam sent him to the realms of hell. Thy father's skill, O Farcos, was thine, the graceful fabric and the fair design. For love by Pallas, to him the shipwrights and the builders are. Beneath his hand the fleet of Paris rose, the fatal cause of all his country's woes. But he, the mystic will of heaven unowned, nor saw his country's pearl, nor his own. The hapless artist, while confused he fled. The spear of Miriam mingled with the dead, through his right hip, with forceful fury cast, between the bladder and the bone it passed. Prone on his knees he falls with fruitless cries, and death in lasting sombre seals his eyes. From out force the swift Pedius fled, Antenors of spring from a foreign bed, whose generous spouse, Thena, heavenly fair. To be continued.